Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So today I am colouring my hair with Colour Matrix Professional Hair Colour. So I thought I would show you the process, how I do it, and also if it's the colour you're interested in, you'll see how it turns out in real life instead of on just the colour swatches. So it's very interesting, and also I feel like if you are wanting to colour your own hair, this type of video is so helpful because I've looked at these previously and I just think it's like really insightful, especially if it's the shades you're going for or the brand you're going for. So I will also explain what my current hair situation is. So just so you understand like why I'm doing it, and also so you understand like how the overall look is supposed to be for me. So basically I, up to about 18 months ago, was getting highlights. So natural brunette, and I was getting blonde highlights on my natural hair. No extensions, nothing like that, just all on my natural hair. And I just decided that I think the bleach was enough for that period of time. I just didn't want to continue. Obviously everyone knows it dries it out, and I just thought no more. I don't think that's a good idea anymore. So I just paused with that, even though blonde is so fun. I love it. But I just thought I was going to go for more of a balayage. So instead of just like having the highlights and stopping, I decided to have it blended in with some brunette in like a natural level 7. And the hairdresser I went to was using Colour Matrix. So when I've decided to then do it myself, because I didn't like start having brunette done and a few highlights, I just thought let's just stop the bleach, it's enough, I've had enough of that. So I just started having like a root tint, and it sort of blended in, it was getting toned and stuff, but basically toner washes out. So the main colour is like brunette. So I'm using 7.0 for the brunette shade, and it's blended the highlights in like quite seamlessly because it's a slight overlap. I wanted that to be as minimal as possible because you know when you bleach it, blonde is blonde, you probably want to keep as much of that lightness as possible. But I've got that sort of like blend going on in the section where it goes from highlight to hair colour. And then what I've continued to do, so I did actually go quite a few times and just keep on having it like tinted at the hairdressers. But then I just thought, you know, like I can do this at my own leisure. I know I can do it and I trust myself to do it. So that's what I've been doing, and I just thought I'll show you the process, share the process. So I'm using a 7.0 and that's Colour Matrix, and I'm using 7 Ash as well, and I'm mixing them. Now the proportion which I'm mixing them isn't exactly 50-50, it's like more 7.0 for like that natural undertone, because I do find that ash tones do come out quite a lot darker, and that wasn't what I was going for. I also have washed it a lot since I last coloured it, and as you can see, like I would say the ash has kind of gone, but I don't want to colour it with the dark ash colour. My intention in the next few weeks is actually to tone this, and I'm going to be showing you how I tone it as well. So I bought some Red Ken Shades EQ, which are professional toners for this. I am not a hairdresser, but I am doing my own, and I'm going to show you. So let's get into the kitchen, because that's where I'm going to mix everything, and I'll show you the exact colours and the peroxide I'm using, and I can go from there. Okay, so this is my little colour station. So I've got some disposable gloves. These are my tools. I've got this brush, which is comb is so good. Really great for sectioning your parting and then like brushing down if you want to do that, or just flipping over to the next section. I have this little brush, like if you just want to tint a little bit, that's quite good. And then this one I think is definitely like an essential. It means you can like get your roots really well. It's quite like a sort of good density. Highly recommend that tint brush. And then these are the colours I'm using, and I'm also choosing to use this one from Salon Services, and it's cream peroxide, 20 volume, 6%. That's the perfect one for me, and this is the colour situation I have. So I'm going to be using this one here, and it's 7.0. This is their like 7 like natural colour, and then I'm going to be using their 7 ash colour as well, and that is like a good combination. I feel like just using 7 natural, it's not like great really. I feel like it's gonna have a little bit too much warmth. If you add a little bit of ash, I feel like it turns out better. So I would definitely recommend mixing if you want like it to be a natural color but not too brassy. But I also think if you want it to be lighter, because you know how like level 7 is like it's a level, but you can have a darker 7 and a lighter 7. I feel like if you want it to be a darker 7, add more of this. If you want it to be a lighter shade within level 7, don't add as much ash, and then you can tone out the warmth with some toner. in theory. That's what I'm thinking. So basically I'm going to measure this out on the scales. I'm going to kind of do about 1/3 ash and 2/3 natural, and then we're going to give it a mix, and I will brush my hair, and then we will tint my root. I'm not doing it all over colour, I'm just doing my roots today because that's all I need to do, and yeah, we'll go from there. Also, if you use one that has like 2 zeros in it, so 7.00, it might say it's for resistant grey. You do not have to be grey to use this. You can basically use it regardless, as if that's 7 you want, that's great, it'll work. I think in some ways better, it has better staying power. It'll hold on to your hair better, and you won't find the colour washes out as easily. If you just use 7.0, it'll still work, but I feel like if you want it to have more sort of power to it, I recommend the one that they say is for grey hair. Like I said, don't have to have grey hair to use that. I don't, so I think you should just use that if you want the colour to stay in. So yeah, let's go from there. Also, this hair dye just needs to be mixed 1-to-1 with your choice of peroxide. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to do about 11 grams of ash and maybe about 21 of just regular. So I'll come back once I've squeezed that out. So I'm going to add 23 grams of my 20 volume. I need to do this carefully. This has to be important. This is important. This is accurate. Oh, okay, I'm going to take a tiny bit out just because there's 25. Okay, and now that is in there, I'm going to thoroughly mix it, and then we're going to start sectioning and apply this to my roots. Yes, delicious. Right, so the mixture is done and it's ready to go. It basically needs to be applied pretty quickly after you mix it because it does start to oxidize. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to show you kind of like, because when I'm doing this, I need to be fast because I think it only takes about 35 minutes to 40 minutes to develop. It's fine to leave it a little bit longer, but I like to try and get it on as fast as possible. So basically I'm just going to go through my scalp and like do bits like this. And then I got the little brush and basically that's just like how I'm going to go through, and then like I won't really bring it down because you see the shade it sort of is under like the kitchen lights. That's like the right depth for me. That's like basically my natural colour, and then it goes down into like my blonde bit here. So basically I want to try and keep that like the same depth. I mean the root will end up being a tiny bit darker because I'm about to colour it, but once it's done I want it to kind of like wash into this slightly like paler warm tone brunette, and then we can tone it later. So I'm going to start putting it on so that I can show you the way it looks once it's applied, if you know what I mean. It'll be hopefully quite an easy process, and yeah, look forward to just having it freshly coloured again. Okay, I have coloured my hair. As you can see, my roots are completely done. I've left out all the other bits because I don't want to darken the lengths and the mids, because I don't want to go over blonde. I just want to do the exact root area. So it took me about probably like half an hour to apply it everywhere thoroughly. So now I'm going to leave it for a further maybe like 30 minutes just so it's completely done. So I'll be washing it off after it's been on for about another half an hour now, and then I will show you what the results are like. So basically I just use the tint brush. I use the brush with the sort of pin side, so just to flick things over, and it's so warm because this is the hottest day of the year so far, and we also just had some thunder and lightning, so I am so toasted, but I am pleased with the results. And yeah, I've done all underneath and stuff as well, as you can see, and yeah, everything is done, and I'm excited to see how it is because tomorrow I'm going somewhere very lovely and I'm going to be vlogging it, so I'll be bringing you along. So make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so you can come along on all my fun journeys. And yeah, and I'll show you what this looks like soon, as soon as it's washed off. So it is the next day and I did my hair last night, and this is the results. Now you can see what it looks like when it's dry. Yeah. So if you were looking to sort of do yours like a natural level 7 with a bit of ash for the root from Colour Matrix, that's the colour that the root will go, as you can see. Yeah, and I'm really happy with it. The rest of it I kept warm, but like I said, I'm going to tone it in the next few days, so do tune back in if you'd like to see that. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to subscribe, give the video a like, and I'll see you again very, very soon in a brand new video. Bye!